Warren may have told you, I was on the faculty at A&M for about 22 years. I've been in the distribution business for about 40 years. Resigned, retired from A&M about 10 years ago, and since then started the distribution program at Baylor University, and I'm helped building a graduate program in entrepreneurship at SMU right now that we're going to kick off this next year. And I'm doing some work at Purdue University. I teach up there on occasion, and there's kind of stuff going on. We're starting a new engineering-based distribution program at the University of Copenhagen over in Denmark, and I'm going over this fall to work on that for a while. So lots of stuff going on in the world, lots of activities. But I've kind of kicked around the distribution business for the last 40 years or so, and still find it to be a fascinating part of the world. What's a sophist? You know what a sophist is?
What?
You ever go to a dentist? That's what I do. I'm an assistant associate vice deputy part-time sophist. I had to go to a periodontist to get some teeth work done about 3 years ago, and here I am, 60 years old, and they're having me fill out this occupation crap before you go get your teeth cleaned, you know. And so for occupation, I put sophist. That's what I've always put for the last 40 years. That I'm a sophist, and so I go in to have the interview with the periodontist, and he said, we can't talk about your teeth yet. And I said, really? He said, no. He said, no one out there is working because they don't know what the hell a sophist is. And I said, you're kidding me. He said, I'm sure they're on Google now, but what's a sophist? And I said, well, a sophist, actually the sophist were the people who killed Socrates, as you'll remember. A sophist literally is a speaker without content. It is for the most part somebody who makes a living talking without having to say is not relevant. And that's kind of the way the sales world was for lots and lots and lots of years. There were lots of sophists, lots of folks who talked. I'm a salesman. I've been a salesman for the majority of my life. I hope to spend about the next 30 or 40 years in sales. And the opportunity I have to work in a sales relationship or atmosphere, I jump at it every time I can. So he said, I'd like you this afternoon to spend just a few minutes with these folks talking about persistence. Because we find that when you get halfway through any kind of a process, whether it's an internship or a semester or a degree or whatever it happens to be, there seems to be kind of a lull in the amount of time and energy that you want to put to make something finish. I learned a long time ago that there's a direct relationship between the number of people who see themselves walking across the stage picking up a degree or diploma and the number of people who actually do that. The more often you see yourself completing, the higher probability of completion, no matter what it is. So I would tell you, when you get halfway through anything, spend more time thinking about what the end looks like than what the beginning or the middle looks like. And it's some of the best fuel to get you there. So I put together some ideas maybe on where we might go. And one of the things, the quotes that always impress me, dealing with the direction that a person takes their life and or takes a career and or makes a decision, is that we try to do that based on logic, but in most cases we rarely ever have the chance to use logic. There are really about three things in your life three decisions that you make in your life that should be made with about 90% logic and not with emotion. And those three are where you go to school,